आप अपने आप पे ध्यान ही नहीं दे पा रहे हो because we don't have time, because of the lives that we are living in. What are the type of thoughts that you have? Do you feel fulfilled? Do you feel like, I've achieved everything? We are easily able to connect with anybody who we want. Like suddenly I keep questioning myself, make it work the way you want to make it work. Everything in this universe is energy.
Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast Beyond the Pain, your journey to self-transformation. So today I am going to talk on a topic that usually sparks debate amongst some stupid people. That is, being selfish really a bad thing as we are made to believe? So if you're interested to know my thoughts on that, do keep watching. So let's get started. First of all, let's start off by challenging this very notion that selfishness is inherently negative. Yes, I am sitting here and challenging that notion. It, usually gets a bad reputation, but in reality, the fundamental aspect of it is self-preservation and personal growth. I'm going to repeat what I said. Usually it gets a bad reputation. We all know that whenever you hear the term selfish, आपके दिमाग में कुछ negative चीजें आती हैं. But in reality, it is a fundamental aspect of self-preservation and personal growth. Alright? Now, what that means is, just think for a moment. If you are prioritizing your own needs, you are pursuing your own passions, you have some passion projects that you're going after, you are setting up the boundaries because it just doesn't suit you, you are practicing self-care every damn day or every damn week, you are showing up for yourself, you are doing the things that you really love to do, we are better equipped to show up for the other person because our cup is full. वो quote तो सुना ही है that if our cup is not full, we will not be able to pour into someone else's cup. It's not literal cup, but you know what I mean. फ्लाइट्स में अनाउंसमेंट होती है, पहले अपनी कुर्सी की पेटी बांध लो, फिर किसी की हेल्प करो. कॉन्सेप्ट सेम है. If you are not fulfilled, if you are not content and happy from within, for yourself, you will not be able to do justice to the other person that you have a relationship with. Now, relationship doesn't mean romantic relationship or a partner or whatever. In general, it can be your mother, your father, your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, brother, sister, कोई भी, किसी भी person के साथ आपका relationship है, अगर आप अपने आप को प्रायोरिटाइज नहीं करके हमेशा दूसरों की नीड्स को पहले सोचते हो, यू आर नॉट डूइंग जस्टिस टू योरसेल्फ. कुछ टाइम के लिए आप कर लोगे, मे बी you are just being super nice, whatever. I don't understand the reasons behind this, to be honest, to come up with a list of reasons on why people prioritize other people. But कुछ टाइम के लिए आप कर सकते हो, एक पॉइंट के बाद आके आप बर्न आउट हो जाओगे. आप उस रिलेशनशिप में you are not going to be available for them. It's not a healthy relationship to be in. If you are always giving and not taking anything in return in a relationship, it's never going to work out. So yes, you are getting away from the tag of being selfish. It's a wrong misconception that you really need to clear in your mind. Being selfish is not about being bad. Being selfish means that you are prioritizing yourself. So because you love yourself, right? If you don't love yourself, who else is going to do that for you, right? There is no respect that other people are going to do for you because you don't care about you. Why should they care about you, right? So it usually gets a very bad name whenever someone hears it, but it's totally opposite that, to be honest. Taking time for myself has really allowed me to be a better partner. It has really allowed me to be a better mother, be a better daughter, be a better daughter-in-law, whatever relationships I have with any person that I know. Since I am taking care of myself, I'm not relying on someone else to take care of me. People can call me selfish if they want to. I really don't care, to be honest. So if your own conception is that you are doing something wrong, if you are prioritizing yourself, then the fault is within you. Alright, so you have got to change that notion that taking care of yourself, yes, I am selfish. So what? Selfish is not a bad word, all right? It's not really about neglecting others' needs. It's really about ensuring that I am in a healthy relationship, first with myself and then with another person. So I really hope that anyone who is listening to this, who feels that in any relationship in their life, if they feel they are always giving, not necessarily getting anything in return. When I say getting anything in return, it really means the respect that you really want, the love that you want from the other person. If you're not getting that in return, it's not a good relationship to be in. So sorry to burst that bubble for you, but if you want to really have a healthy relationship, you have really got to first love yourself before loving someone else. Now, I did a video recently wherein I spoke about my relationship advice of being in relationship for more than a decade. It's almost going to be 2 decades now, but there are a few learnings that I have had. Now, in that, one major point that I mentioned was all of the things in relationship are possible if I practice self-care. And that is what I do. I value myself. You want to call me selfish, that's your problem. But I value myself, I love myself, and I am going to do that for myself till I die, because I don't expect anyone else to be taking care of me, all right? So it's really, really important that you practice self-love, you practice self-care, you practice self-compassion, even if people call you selfish. Yes, this is a selfish act. Yes, I am thinking about myself. What is wrong with it? Something is wrong with your mentality. So you've got to change that. So we cannot change every person out there. You can change yourself. Change your mindset that this is not a wrong word and whatever other people say is not going to matter. That is what is my life's mantra, that I don't care what you say. I know what the true meaning of this is. I know this is something for my benefit, and I don't care what definitions and what notions you have in your mind. To be honest, that is your problem, not mine. I will prioritize myself till the end of the day before I start giving someone else. So that is the whole gist of this, all right? Of course, let's get into reality. There are some very bad people as well. So there is a very, very fine line between being selfish and being self-centered, all right? I hope we all know that, right? That is why हम लोग हमेशा जब selfish सोचते हैं, हम self-centered की तरफ सोचते हैं, हम selfish की इस line की तरफ नहीं सोचते हैं. When selfishness becomes exploitative and it disregards the well-being of others, that is when it really gets problematic. So, just अभी के अभी आप ये सोच लो कि अगर आप अपनी लाइफ में कुछ डिसीजन लेना चाहते हो अपनी सेल्फ केयर को लेके, कि आप अपने लिए कोई चीज़ कर रहे हो, आप अपने लिए पैशन परस्यू करना चाहते हो, जब आप उस डिसीजन को ले रहे हो, क्या उस डिसीजन से किसी दूसरे पर्सन का नुकसान हो सकता है इन एक्चुअल? इफ द आंसर इज अ येस, देन दैट इज अ सेल्फिश एक्ट. If you still do it, then it's a selfish act. If the answer is a no, if the other person is just feeling bad that you are pursuing your passion, then it's their problem, not yours. If at all it really harms someone else, then it is a self-centered act, if you go ahead with it, obviously. Okay? So that fine line between selfishness and self-centeredness, you want to make sure that is what you're not crossing. Taking care of yourself should never harm others in any way. So that is why you have got to be very, very mindful whenever you are calling yourself selfish. Don't be self-centered. Don't harm anyone else. Don't disrespect anyone else. So people can, really feel offended by the way you treat yourself. That is their problem. All right. But if it's like an actual harm that you're causing to other person just because you want to do something else, that is the scenario you really want to avoid. All right. So how do you really start with striking a perfect balance between being selfish and self-centered? It starts with self-awareness and it starts with empathy. By understanding our own needs and assessing the impact of it on other people, we can navigate selfishness in a way that it's both empowering and it's compassionate. So you want to be really, really mindful that you're not doing anything that is going to harm the other person. All right. So जो शुरू में मैंने इतना examples दिया, practice self-love, practice self-compassion, अपने passions को follow करो, do the things that you really like. इन सब में actual self-love में, actual selfish होने में कुछ गलत नहीं है. if there are some things that you're doing just because it's making you happy, it's hurting anyone else or it's harming anyone else, that's when you really want to analyze. तो वो self assessment करना ज़रूरी है in any scenario that you are in, and that's how you will be able to better equip yourself कि आप line के किस तरफ, इस तरफ हो कि उस तरफ हो. So I hope that has made some sense. I hope that has provided some insight into why being selfish is not a bad thing. To be honest, मुझे भी life में काफ़ी लोगों ने either मुंह पे directly बोला है that you're selfish or पीठ पीछे बोला है, but to be honest, I don't care. If those people are listening to this video, I don't care. I hope the person who is viewing this doesn't care. I hope the person who is viewing this is empowered enough to take decisions for themselves. They know what is right and wrong. They know that being selfish is not wrong. They know that being self-centered in a harmful way is wrong, and they are able to strike a perfect balance between both of these things, because we are talking about self-transformation. We have got to change our own mindset. अगर हमें ही वो चीज़ गलत लगेगी तो दूसरों को तो डेफिनेटली गलत लगेगी ही, राइट? तो अपने माइंड में पहले तो सेल्फिश की डेफिनेशन को थोड़ा ठीक कर लो. It's not a bad thing as long as it's not harming anyone. All right. So that is what I wanted to share today. With that, I'm going to wind up. Do let me know via comments on, have you been tagged or labeled selfish? If that was the case, why was that the case? So I hope you've enjoyed it. See you all next week. Bye-bye.